is really happening?
Yeah, it's happening.
Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 1 gave us a fair new amount of characters, but there was one specifically that caught the attention of the viewers more than others: the Raptor Handler. But who exactly was she? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory video. We've taken just a slight break from the Chaos Theory uploads to focus more on Jurassic World Evolution 2 and Evolution 3 news, as lately it seems likely that the new video game will be announced relatively soon, so why not check out our latest videos for more information regarding that. But we're back here today to discuss more about Chaos Theory, and this time to tackle some of the questions that many people had from the first season. This time around, we're talking about the creepy lady from Season 1, who seemed to have a mutual connection with the Atrociraptors, almost as if they were family. Not much is known about her, we don't know her name, and we don't even know what she sounds like as, believe it or not, she didn't even speak a single word throughout the entire season. So today we're going to try and understand her and work out who exactly she was. If you're new around here, we create content all things to do with the Jurassic franchise, whether that be Chaos Theory, Camp Cretaceous, the next Jurassic World movie, the soon-to-be Jurassic World Evolution 3, or even Jurassic Park Survival. So if any of that interests you whatsoever, and you want some dedicated Jurassic content here on YouTube, then this is certainly the best place to be. So why not subscribe, as we're also aiming for 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you're excited for Season 2 of Chaos Theory and to learn more about the show in this video, then why not leave a like as we target 2,000 likes. But for now, once you're sat back, relaxed and enjoying your G Fuel after using code SWERVE to save 20%, it's time to find out who exactly the Raptor Handler was from Jurassic World Chaos Theory. So, the Raptor Handler, arguably one of the creepiest human characters in the whole entire franchise. When you think about bad characters, you think about Dodson, you think about Nedry, even Wheatley and Eli Mills as well. But when you think about creepy characters, your mind goes straight to dinosaurs such as the Scorpius Rex. You don't really think about any creepy human characters from the franchise. And that's what I love about the Raptor Handler. She is so creepy throughout the whole entire season, to the point where I felt so, it felt eerie, I was on edge, it was unnerving, but it was so cool at the same time. It was something unique that we haven't had from this franchise before, and I think she was handled very, very well. So that's why I really like her, because of just simply how creepy she was, and I think it's something about the quietness about her, the way that she didn't talk, you could only tell her emotions through her eyes because she had no eyebrows as well. It just makes you think, whoa, how have they created a character like this out of nowhere for the Jurassic franchise? Usually this is about the dinosaurs being creepy, not the humans. So that's what I really like about the Raptor Handler. She was just amazing. But of course, she is called the Raptor Handler for one reason. She has a connection with these raptors, not velociraptors, but instead Atrociraptors, and more specifically the Atrociraptors from Jurassic World Dominion. Ghost, Tiger, Panthera, but noticeably not Red. We'll get into that later in the video. But she has a really good connection with these Atrociraptors. As we know, these dinosaurs are set to kill anything in their path, anything that they set their mind to, or anything that they're told to kill. But for some reason, they're all really nice with the Raptor Handler. And you can see this multiple times. She pets the raptors, she hugs the raptors, she gets face to face with the raptors, like inches away, and those raptors know that they shouldn't kill her and they don't want to kill her, which just makes you think, how does she get into that position? Does she care for them like they were pets? Did she imprint on them from when they were born? But even still, with that being the case, those dinosaurs are still animalistic in some way, they would kill. Sure, John Hammond imprinted on velociraptors, but I know if you put John Hammond in with the velociraptors, they're going to kill him. Sure, the Atrociraptors might be more intelligent in some way and might even have some empathy, but at the same time, they're still animalistic prehistoric creatures. So she must have done something in their lifetime, in their life cycle, to acquire their trust so much to the point where she can literally go face to face. And as I did mention, it is probably something to do with care, because right at the very end, I think it was episode 10, she was ordering the Atrociraptors to attack the campers. She noticed that Ghost was not feeling well. The other Atrociraptors were still ready to fight, but they were tripping all over the place because they were just so injured, they were badly hurt. And all she did was, again, not say a word, but she apologized in her own way and told the Atrociraptors to go away and to not actually attack these campers simply because they're injured. Even if they were injured and the campers are just there, standing there, they probably would have killed the campers easily. So it just goes to show that she does really care about these dinosaurs for some reason, and I really want to know the backstory as to why. Now, regarding her character and her backstory, how do we know she's called the Raptor Handler? Well, I recently had an exclusive interview with the executive producers of Chaos Theory, and they mentioned how they got her kind of like aesthetic, and they kind of explained how they wanted her to come across as a character and why they call her the Raptor Handler. So if you want to know more, here is the clip from that interview. Of course, yeah. And I assume one of the ideas would be what I like to call the creepy raptor lady. So you have to tell me about her. Like what inspired you to make a character so unique but terrifying at the same time without even saying a word throughout the whole season?
Yeah, she was definitely a big collaboration. You know, the idea when we first came up with the idea to have a raptor handler being taken care of the raptors. You know, it started with we wanted a character who was more comfortable with dinosaurs than she was with people, and more reptilian, and but we wanted a really terrifying bad guy. And Aaron had ideas as far as what the design ought to look like. So he started drawing.
Yeah, I like villains that, you know, sort of demand your attention, and this was definitely I took a lot of inspiration from like No Country for Old Men, the Coen brothers film, the villain in that being sort of singular in focus and just absolutely terrifying, that they have, there's nothing will get in their way. So that was sort of the inspiration for this character, and I liked the idea of her just being, in some ways, almost like some sort of a ghost or something when you look at her. We also, like, I wanted to push, like, giving her like freckles, a lot of freckles, so that she almost has sort of a reptilian feel to her.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just really liked the idea of having a character that we haven't seen before in this franchise that really just is almost as scary as the dinosaurs are.
Yeah,
so.
Well, you definitely nailed that, that's for sure. Does she have a name by any chance?
We'd call her she started out as the Raptor Handler.
Okay.
And we just call her the Handler now.
Right, okay. To me, that's even more terrifying that she doesn't have a name. Makes her less human.
Yeah.
But of course, she's the Raptor Handler with Atrociraptors, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they're the same Atrociraptors we see from Jurassic World Dominion, right? Ghost, Panthera, Tiger.
Yeah, it looked like there's 3 of them there.
Yeah, not quite 4.
Only 3.
Wondering where Red is, but what was the idea of progressing the... So now it comes down to a new question here. We kind of know a little bit about her, not too much. We can begin to speculate about her story with the Atrociraptors, but now it makes you think, will she be in Chaos Theory Season 2? Now, as we know, Chaos Theory Season 2 is jumping continent. It's no longer in North America, in the United States. It is now going to be in West Africa. They have left mainland America and now they're approaching West Africa, and we've already got our first clip from that which showcases the Suchomimus. So we are going to be running in with more dinosaurs, and this hopefully means the Suchomimus will be getting a lot more screen time than what they got in Season 1. But yes, they are going to West Africa, and the Atrociraptors and the creepy lady, they're still out there. And they are still, I guess in a way, told to kill the campers. But it's clear that they did flee the area and they weren't captured right at the end of the show, but I assume they also didn't get on the boat either. So how does this logically make sense for her to travel across the Atlantic Ocean and get into West Africa? To me, it is rather confusing. I don't really see too much besides a motive, and even still, no matter how much she's getting paid, she doesn't know that they're going to West Africa. How do they know? But one crucial bit of evidence that we do know for a fact is that Red the Atrociraptor is missing. As we saw in Chaos Theory Season 1, there were only 3 Atrociraptors, and not only that, but in the van that contained the cages for the Atrociraptors, 3 of them opened, 1 of them didn't. So they clearly have something in mind for the 4th Atrociraptor of Red, who we do see in Jurassic World Dominion. So something clearly happens here, and I do believe at some stage this story is going to slightly bleed into the beginning events of Jurassic World Dominion to do with the locusts, and maybe even arrive at Malta. So given this understanding, we believe at some stage Red is supposed to appear. And why do I think it's going to be Season 2? Well, a brand new render does showcase Red the Atrociraptor from Chaos Theory. So they at least have plans for Red to appear in Chaos Theory, and I do believe that if these renders have recently been released, that's because he is appearing in Season 2. So this means, in some way, if this show takes place in West Africa, I assume that the creepy lady somehow got some intel and she's off to West Africa as well. She'll reunite with Red and the rest of the Atrociraptors, and they'll still hunt the campers. And I did explain in my theory a couple days ago that somehow these Atrociraptors do have to get to Malta because they're getting shipped over to Riyadh in Saudi Arabia by some Saudi Arabian buyer. So I do assume that in some way something is going on here where eventually these 4 Atrociraptors will meet up once again and appear in Season 2. And of course, I do thoroughly believe that maybe the creepy lady, because her story doesn't seem over, that she will also be appearing in Season 2 as well. But that does make you question, what is her future in this franchise? As we know, she doesn't appear in Jurassic World Dominion, so her story, whilst it doesn't really come to a definitive end, we can't confirm that just yet, it does come to some kind of an end with the Atrociraptors within the space of the next month and a half during Chaos Theory before the events of Dominion begin. So what I think might happen here is that something happens to her in West Africa and she begins to talk and she finds a buyer, maybe even Brooklyn, and she understands that she can't look after these Atrociraptors anymore and she wants to sell them over to the Saudi Arabian buyer that we know was buying them in Jurassic World Dominion. And then that will kind of flow into the story of how the Atrociraptors got to Malta. But again, her future, I don't really know. All we know is that something's going to happen. She's either going to sell these Atrociraptors and live, or these Atrociraptors are going to turn on her and she's going to die. Something's going to happen with her because I don't believe her story is over from Season 1, and I do think she is going to appear in Season 2, but again, what's going to happen after that? It's all up in the air for now. So, the Raptor Handler. Arguably one of the more interesting characters of not just Chaos Theory, but the entire franchise. It's the way that she just stared down at everyone and everything, and didn't care about anything other than killing the campers. But ultimately, what sold me on her character was the fact that she didn't speak. I think that's what really made her character so good. And now, it seems ever so likely that we may get to see her in Season 2. If you want to see her again, why not manifest it by pressing that like button and subscribing if you're new around here. But most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.